In this video, I'm going to show you how you can write your script for your video. You're going to need a script whether you're making a screen capture video or a talking head video. Now, believe it or not, this is the easy part. Remember that I said that I'm all about working smart and repurposing content. So I will be showing you how to write your video script using one of the blog posts that you've already created. Now you can do this with just about anything. You can do it with form replies, or you could do it with any guest posts that you might have written, or any comments you might have written on other people's blogs. Granted, they have to be good quality comments. You can't just say great post and leave it at that, because that would make for a very boring video. Okay, so let's get started. I am already here on my blog and I've selected an article that I want to convert into a script. So the first thing to do is come here and select your article. And you could either do Control C or right click copy. And then I'm going to be pasting that into a Word document. So come over here, either do Control V or you could do right click and paste. Okay, so all the content comes over quite nicely. There's a little bit of editing that we will have to do. The first thing is to of course delete your picture. Then if you remember, I told you I like to structure my article by having a little bit of teaser in the beginning, then my intro goes in, and then my main content comes into play. So this would be my main content, and this would be the part of my teaser. So I always like to start my video by saying something like, hi, pretty much introducing myself. So, hi, this is Shreya from ShreyaG.com, here to answer all of your IM related questions. And then, let's see, I am sure you've heard of the saying that bigger the list, the more money you will make. Does that apply to the size of your blog? Let's just end this. This is good. I'm going to leave it that the way it is, but I'm going to add a little bit in the end because right after this, my intro part will kick in. So let's say something like, well, it depends on several things. Find out what they are right after this. And then I always like to say stay tuned. Okay, so this will become my pre-intro and then my musical, not musical, but the music intro comes into over here, and then my main content starts. Okay, so the way I would start my main content, let's say how much money you make from your blog depends on several things. I am going to be telling you about them here today. Okay. Okay, then the first thing you want to focus on is your content. And then I can just go in and dive right here that your content has to provide value to your customers. You have to post regularly. So this is pretty well written to begin with. So that's why it's so important that you write your blog post in a nice format. So you already have the content. You can repurpose it several times. So right after that, instead of jumping in to say here, let's put in the second thing you want to keep in mind are the affiliate offers you select. and then I could just come in here and pick right up from there. And here, let's just say, and last but not least, you have to focus on the quality of your traffic, not just the quantity. And you don't have to be really perfect with your grammar or spelling in here. No one's going to see this. This is going to be just your script. So if it's not grammatically correct, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm going to do those. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I just jump into talking about creating a mailing list out here. And then in this article, I promoted MUA, My Unfair Advantage. So I'm going to leave that. I'm still going to be promoting that in my video as well, because I've already picked the product. I've already done everything. And there's a free webinar that they can sign up for as well. So I will leave it that way. But I do have to come up with a closing. Let me just stress that this is a free webinar. And then tell them that the link is in the description section below. This is important, especially if you're making YouTube videos, because you want to let them know there's a link in the description below so that they sign up. Otherwise, they can easily overlook it and just move on. And after the end of the video, you have to give them direction of what to do next after watching your video. You can also, if you're building a list, if you're giving something away for free, you could have that up here before you even dive into your main content. But here, since I'm promoting something and just the way the article is structured, I am going to just promote it at the end. Okay, so there you go. My script's done. It barely took me any time to do it because I already had the content and I just repurposed it. And now I'm going to be making this video with a PowerPoint slide. So I'm going to be converting this into the PowerPoint deck, and then I'm going to make a screen capture video with the script. But even if I was doing a talking head video, I would create the script the same way. Nothing really changes either way. Okay, so let me just make that PowerPoint slide with you in this video, and then I will show you how to create the video in the next video. That's a lot of videos I just said, right? Okay, so when I create a video, I already have a ready-made template that I use to create all my videos. And I'm going to be using the same template. Now, these slides are branded with my banner. I'm going to give you a generic one just so you have something to start with, and all it really has are these bullet points that you could come in and put in so that you don't miss anything. All right, so to start off with, let's just put the title. I'm going to be calling this video how to make money blogging. Let's just make this a little big. Make sure it's centered. And in the description, let's say how much money you make from your blog depends on several things. Learn what they are. Now, okay, so something simple like that. Okay, so that's my title page done, and then I could just go in and start putting in my content. I'm not going to come up with this from scratch. All I will do, I'll show you, it's super easy. And let's put this side by side. I am going to copy. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to copy and paste this. That's all I am going to do. I know, it's lazy person's way of making a video. All right, so start off with my first slide 1. So all of this would be slide 1, okay? And then my second slide would be for content on your blog. So let's just call it content on your blog. Genius, isn't it? Then all I'll do is just copy and paste. So make sure to copy and paste some of the major things that I want to highlight, not the entire thing. But for example, make sure that you're providing valuable content to the readers. You do copy, right? Click copy. And I want this to be a bullet point or sub bullet point. So if you hit tab, it indents one step in. So then you can come in here. If I just do paste or control V, it makes it changes the size of the text. So what I will show you, let me undo that. What you could do to keep the same format is right click and click on the paste keep text only. So then it keeps the same format that you want, okay? So do that with the rest. Let's say this sentence. So control C, and then I'm gonna indent that as well. So hit tab and then keep the text only. And this looks good. Copy, indent. Keep text only. And just want to pick some bullet points. So that one's a good one. Copy, tab, select that text, keep format only. All right, so now what you want to do is just make sure that, again, format's right. If you have capital letters, that everything's starting with capital letters. If you have periods, then have it for all of them, or you don't. So that's really it. One more thing that I want to show you in this slide, so that slide's done, is I don't want all the content to come at once at me. So if I were to go to slideshow mode right now, you see everything comes at once, except I think the animation's built in for this. So if you go over to the animation tab at the top and just make that big, you see that 1 over there, that's saying that make this piece of text come first. And if you want to do it for the sub bullet, just select that text, and I just want it to appear, nothing fancy. So that number 2 comes in saying this will come in first, then this, and then this, and this, and this would be last. You can do all sorts of fancy things here. You can make it fly in, float in, turn around. I just want it to appear. So now if I go to my slideshow mode, this comes in slowly so that people are not overwhelmed with all the text that's on the slide. They can see it slowly. Okay, so that's really really what it takes to make the slides. You saw I just copy and pasted, and in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and complete the next 2 slides that will have the affiliate offers and the traffic part, and then I will be right back. I'm going to pause the video, complete those, and then we'll continue. Okay, I am back. So I quickly updated slide 3 and 4 with the other 2 paragraphs that I had, and I made sure that all the animation was built in there as well. Okay, in the last slide I put the build a mailing list section there. There is one more slide I wanted to add, and I wanted to show you how I added that in, so I didn't do it. So what I start with is just I copy this and paste a new one. I actually. I just do Control V. That's what I'm used to. I didn't know which option to select here. But just do Control V, it pops up. And then I can come in here and edit all of that. Okay, so what I want to say is click on the link below in the description section to get access to a free webinar of my unfair advantage. Okay, and I delete that. I'm going to center this so it looks a little bit better. Let's change that. Okay, then I want an arrow to pop up that points down. So in order to do that, you could just click on the arrow button up here and just create an arrow. And let's make that a black arrow. And I want it to fly in. So let's go back to animation. Okay, what animation? It looks like we already have animation. Let's just see what it'll do. Okay, so it's doing each row separately. What we will do is let's just get rid of all of that animation. And I just want the arrow to come in, but I want it to fly in. So fly in. And right now it's flying in from the bottom. I want it to fly in from the top to the bottom. So the way you would do that is click on Effect Options, and then you select from top. So it'll look like that. So now, oh no, did I just... Yeah, I edited the wrong slide. Okay, so it's good. You get to see my mistakes here. I'm not going to be editing this out, but what I did was I copied this slide and made slide 5, but then I went in and edited slide 4. So if that happens, no problem. You can just drag slide 5 to 4, so then your order is good again. So let's start with this slide 4. All the content drips in, and then this pops up, and then your arrow comes down to say click on the description section below. Okay, so there you go. It's super simple, nothing too fancy, but my PowerPoint slides are done. I'm going to be using these slides to create the video, and I'll show you then how to record it and edit it in the next video using Camtasia. I will see you there.